Hey guys, and welcome to today's video. Today, we have two Richards in court who can't shut their dick holes long enough to save their own asses. So let's begin.
Thank you, Your Honor. Lydia Fields, Assistant Public Defender, appearing on behalf of Mr. Davis. We would waive formal reading and stand mute at this time.
The court will enter a not guilty plea on defendant's behalf. Have you had an opportunity to pre-try this?
No, Your Honor, but I did speak with Mr. Davis, so I'm prepared to argue bond.
Okay.
Your Honor, we are requesting that the court allow Mr. Davis to continue to remain in the community on personal bond, and would ask that the court consider ordering no-cost alternatives. I believe that attending AA meetings twice a week, or also going to community corrections for drug and alcohol testing would be less burdensome than a sober link, as Mr. Davis does not currently have the funds to be able to, afford onerous requirements on bond. And I think that these lesser alternatives would still achieve the court's goals of keeping the community safe with this charge.
Ms. Willingbrand, what can you tell me about this case before I set a bond?
This was a stop by police with an alleged BAC of 0.15.
Can I say something?
You know, Dick, it's never a good idea to revoke your right to remain silent, especially when you have a well-qualified public defender who can speak for you. But then again, I wouldn't be making this video if you actually did what was best for you.
That's up to you and your attorney, sir.
Mr. Davis, I would advise you not to discuss any of the charges themselves and only to talk about conditions of bond if there's something you want to say to the judge about that.
Yeah, that's the only thing I want to, cause I usually work, so like to be able to make AA and all that, I don't got all that. I just got a ticket, and the ticket resolved in this misdemeanor, and I just want to get this all took care. If I could get it took care of quick as possible, Your Honor.
Well, Richard, unfortunately for you, driving under the influence in Michigan is a criminal misdemeanor, not a civil one. Which means you're going to have to go before a judge to get this taken care of, and you're not going to be able to just pay your way out of it.
But I never got locked up for this. I never faced none of this. Obviously, this is what this hearing is about. I'm not trying to go in there fast and talk over the woman that's representing me, but AA and all of that, I did like some type of thing like that, like when I was younger. That's not what I'm here for. I'm here to resolve this as quick as possible. Like I'm talking about as quick as possible. I don't need to be.
Mr. Davis, I'm gonna have you stop talking because I think you're gonna start digging yourself a hole pretty soon. I'm gonna set a personal bond, $1,000 in this case. There's to be no use of drugs, alcohol, or marijuana. No leaving the state of Michigan without permission. I am gonna order that you report to community corrections within 24 hours to be placed on a SoberLink device to begin testing your breath twice a day. Once between the hours of 6 a.m. and 9
I'm not
a.m.
gonna be able to do that.
Well, hey, bro, the only other option you have is that they send your ass to jail. And I guarantee you that if they test Dick's breath, it comes back positive for crayons.
Between 6 a.m. and 9 a.m. and again between 9 p.m. and midnight.
Can I say something in my defense?
Go ahead, counsel. Go ahead, sir.
I've been out here all this time. I haven't had no run-ins with about no drinking or nothing, so I don't gotta be put on no device. And if it came down to this is
Mr. Davis, if you want to remain on bond, I have to make sure that you are not drinking, and this is how I'm going to make sure you're not drinking.
I couldn't do it off of my word, Your Honor.
No! Hell no! Especially since you just spent the last 5 minutes trying to convince the judge that you wouldn't be able to follow her orders.
No,
Why
sir.
I gotta go through all of
Unfortunately,
that?
I cannot take you at your
Well,
word.
I'm not going to be able to do that. I'm not finna be nobody toy over something that didn't occur how it happened.
Mr. Davis, this is the court order. If you want to remain on bond, then you need to follow these bond conditions. You also need to report to the Saline Police Department to get fingerprinted before your next court date. Do you understand that?
I'm trying to understand everything you're saying, but you talking about 2 days out the week, where I'm gonna get transportation to make it up there every day, 2 days out the day to go do some shit like that, Your Honor.
Watch your language, Mr. Davis.
Sorry.
Court calls the case, People versus Jason Maples.
Rob Dowd on behalf of the people.
Good morning, Your Honor. Calvin Hawthorne, Public Defender Fellow, requesting permission to appear before the court
No, one question.
with and on behalf of Mr. Maples under Michigan Court Rule.
No. Listen, did you print off the thing on my Facebook to show the judge about my psychological exam? No.
Hey,
I'm going pro se. I'm going pro se.
No need to show us your psychological evaluation, Dick. You've convinced us all you're crazy.
I
Sir,
fired him. I fired him. Yes, sir.
sir,
I fired him.
okay.
He's not my attorney.
Before you can fire him, I have to give him permission to practice.
In effective counsel. He was supposed to provide you with documentation about my psychological exam. He didn't. In effective counsel.
May I continue, Your Honor?
You may.
Thank you. So I was requesting permission to appear before the court on behalf of Mr. Maples under Michigan Court Rule 8.120 and the supervision of First Assistant Public Defender Kalina Anderson.
Permission to practice is granted.
Thank you.
All right, Dick. Now you can fire your much better qualified public defender and go pro se.
All right. I have before me orders for competency examination. Is that what you wish?
Yes, we are requesting to reschedule those hearings.
No. See, that's what I'm saying. You're not even representing me. This is, okay, I'm not continuing with this.
Sir?
Mr. Maples, we
So,
met
Mr.
yesterday and
Maples,
discussed
let me
this.
ask you this. Mr. Maples,
Yes,
the
Your Honor.
documents that you wanted the court to shown to the court, what did you want the court to know?
That I've been preparing for these trials since October of last year. I took a psychology book, dissected it, put note cards on my wall,
Oh, I didn't realize that you dissected a psychology book and made note cards. Now I really want you to go pro se, Dick.
and put different angles of views of different things. We're talking about brain synapses. We're talking about my ADHD, all the things that they're accusing me of being. I took it. I also have documentation of me at the library, I was doing my case law studies for all these trials and combining with, I had some journal entries I had to my son explaining, listen, I have a son that turned 18 years old. I have not seen my whole life because of this
Days.
and this and this, okay? I want my son to know the truth.
You know, it really pisses me off when all these criminals start using their children as excuses for committing crimes. Because trust me, it's not the system's fault that this dick is behind bars. In fact, don't trust me. Let this dick flute tell you for himself why he can't spend time with his son.
I purposely, listen, a Ann Arbor police officer stopped me when I had my Bill of Rights, my Constitution, my We the People on me. I had a methamphetamine pipe with me with rock salt in it. I set the police officer up.
And how'd that work out for you, genius? Not to mention, you just inadvertently admitted to possessing a methamphetamine pipe. Keep in mind, everything he says can and will be used against him in court.
He made my Constitution, my Bill of Rights. and
Okay,
my
all right.
disappear.
Mr. Maples, your attorney is doing a great job because he's putting something before me in terms of getting the examination on it so that all of those issues that you're discussing can be put before the court. He
Okay.
is doing exactly what he's supposed to do.
Okay,
So
could I get some
your
paper?
request for his discharge is denied, first of all. I will sign the orders for a forensic evaluation. Certainly that's warranted. I will set a competency hearing date for August 11th, 2022, 9 a.m.
Can I go to treatment while I wait here? Listen, I want to be pro se so I can use the law library. You won't let me, listen, you have books in our jail with knives on it.
Am I the only one who noticed that he didn't mention the words in the book? I wonder why.
It has nothing to do with the law. And you won't even let me go to the library and represent myself?
I didn't say that, sir.
Bye, have a great time.
Alright guys, that's the end of the video. Something tells me that this is not going to be the last time that we see these two dicks in court. So if you liked the video, leave a like. If you disliked it, leave a dislike. But don't forget to leave a comment below and subscribe with notifications on so you don't miss any of my content. I'm Team Skeptic, and I'm out.